So welcome to the final part of my tutorial series. Here I just would like to sum up some basic things. Let's go right into it. Number one, what I already mentioned in the very beginning in the intro, really train your hearing on some specific things in your whole mix to really recognize what still needs to get some attention to be adjusted. Now, what can help you with this are a couple of these. I also mentioned stuff like this, and I think it was part 2 or so. Studio headphones. I put a link in the description to a site with a whole list of studio headphones, and you can compare the specs of those. Sadly, not the prices. You gotta have to look for the prices. Some are of course very pricey, but high quality. Some are more cheap, and that's also what you get then. Those right here are AKG K271 MK2. Those are generally considered one of the best in their price range, and I just love those. Very recommendable. But don't rely 100% of those when you're producing your songs, when you're mixing. I think 80% would be more sufficient. Because headphones like those, they project the whole sound very precise and clearly into your ear directly, and so it may sound quite different, you could say, than when you listen to your mixes from your general speakers. So make sure you just go back and forth. That's how I do it, and I seem to get along with that. Also, please don't fall into this trap of thinking the better studio monitors you will get, the better tone you get. Because you can get some kind of $1,000 studio monitors. If your whole room acoustics are messed up, then those won't do you any good. I just recently read up on this kind of stuff, and I also put a link in the description to this site. Very helpful. So you can get a set of decent studio monitors, but don't exaggerate it, please. Now, let's just go on to the recording again. Some of the more important preparations I find is wash your hands, clean up the strings on your guitar, and make sure the incoming signal is not clipping. Of course, also tune your guitar. Because, for one, when your hands and your guitar is clean, then you just have a way better playing feel. It's way smoother, you can play more clearly and even faster. And also the sound is way clearer and more alive when your strings are just nice and cleaned up. For all the more noobs out there, this is very helpful. GHS Fast Fret to clean your guitar. Actually, before you record, let's talk about dialing in some tones again. I know it can get very frustrating, but the way I got to know the Pod X3 is really just by trying out everything. All the amps, all the cabs, all the stomp boxes, many different combinations to really find the tone that I finally like. I know at some point you may want to set your whole room on fire, but you'll cross that bridge when you get to it. About the mixing, again, first make sure you get the nice balance in the whole levels. Make sure it doesn't clip, really keep it more quiet so you have a clear signal, and then boost it at the end in mastering. You can boost it as loud as you want, because many newbies also seem to think that red light means it's heavy. That's super wrong. I also worked in this kind of manner for years, thinking that just make it as loud as it goes, whatever, but it just sounds so messed up when you do this. Also, very important tool again is EQ. Just boost one frequency band and sweep through the whole frequency range of your instrument. to find the sweet spots that you want to boost and to find the annoying spots that you want to reduce. It's very helpful method actually. And this is actually the procedure for every instrument, from hi-hat to bass guitar. You can do this. For mastering, just make sure you don't set your song on fire. So don't over maximize it and don't over compress it, because I'm pretty sure that's what I did in Triton. When I look back now, it's pretty much overloaded the whole thing. Also, a couple of guys have asked me if I would share my presets for Superior Drummer or Isotope Ozone or whatnot. I'm gonna go with no, for one simple reason: I don't want to turn anybody into a lazy bun. I was hoping with this whole tutorial series to teach you to really teach yourself, and with that give you a decent starting point. So I know a lot of guys out there would really appreciate this, but I also know there would be a lot of guys who would just use my stuff without ever bothering what's actually going on in there. So sorry for that, but I hope you understand. So, but if this whole mixing and mastering and production stuff is too much for you, too strenuous, and you actually just want to concentrate more on recording songs, then you're free to contact me and I'll do a mixing job for you. Also, if you like this genty style and produce your own kind of genty songs, then please don't hinder yourself from going to this website and register and show people your admiration for the style, and also show them your songs, no matter whether they sound very newbie yet or if they are pro. You'll find, beside myself, I post there frequently, there are a lot of very supportive guys who can give you very good constructive feedback. So you won't regret it. But don't troll over there. There have been a couple of trolls lately, and this one guy, it only took him 4 comments and he was banned again. It was so funny to follow his very short and sad presence there. Well, enough said. Happy mixing session.